is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Eddie in Boca Raton. Hey, Eddie, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good. It is a treasure to have TFNN every hour during the trading day, to be there to help you, to guide you, and even to give you some peace of mind, or like that somebody else is there with you while you're trading this crazy market, either up or down.
Well, listen, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, because we wouldn't be out here, folks, if we didn't have all you guys, gals, tigers and tigresses as clients. And, you know, the market teaches you every single day, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN. We kick things off Monday afternoon, and we do it after Venezuela over the weekend, and the market shakes it off. Now, we do have the VIX elevated. You got a VIX right now. You closed out last week, holiday trading. You closed it out at almost 1450. We're up by about 50 pennies. You don't often see the VIX elevated when you have markets green across the board. So one thing to watch, because people paying a little bit more for premium, but boy, all things in context, you got a VIX with a 14 handle. You got markets green across the board. Metals are higher. Dollar's got a little bit of weakness. We'll get into that in a moment. S&Ps right now up by 46 points. You get the banks trading higher, oil stocks trading higher as well. S&Ps up by 46 points, trading at 69.46 right now. That's a gain of about 2/3%. You jump over the NASDAQ 100, up 195 points or 0.8%. You can see well off the highs, though. Made it about noon Eastern time, more than 100 points off that high in the NASDAQ 100. Dow, it's not stopping. Look at this thing. Up 1.5% in the Dow. You were 100 points higher. You're up by 731 points right now in the Dow, and the Russell up by 1.8%. You take a look at the heat map for the Dow. When you have a $950 stock up by 4.4%, folks, yeah. So you check out Goldman, okay, briefly, but you better talk. Goldman today opens at about 912, and you trade up $50 intraday. You're up by $40 on the session right now on Goldman, okay? And what's remarkable is you're up by $40. Meanwhile, Verizon's entire price is $40. Verizon's market cap is $169 billion. Goldman's is $286, and meanwhile, Goldman moves $40 today. The entire market cap of Verizon. The price, right? Nonetheless, Goldman, big numbers. Caterpillar as well. $617 stock up by 3.2%. Chevron, the gas stocks, up by 5.6% right now. We jump to yields. So the next Fed meeting, 3 weeks from this Wednesday. Okay, you got the 28th. Is that correct? 27th, 28th? 3 weeks from right now. The next Fed meeting, right now we got a little bit of higher price, lower yield right now. The 10-year is up by 7 ticks. You got a 10-year yield of about 4.16. And let's jump to the dollar. Now, check out this move. We come into the trading session at about 8:30 at 98.86, and it's been all selling since then. Now, gold was already higher, okay? Now, gold priced in a weak dollar will help the price of gold, but gold was already higher. Gold hasn't even moved since about 9:30 this morning. Okay, gold contract up by $121, but not the case with the dollar, man. Okay, you get some weak manufacturing data out there, giving up some of the gains. And yeah, dollar retreats from haven gains after weak manufacturing data. And the data they're talking about, U.S. factory malaise continues as key gauge drops to 1-year low. So U.S. manufacturing activity shrank in December by the most since 2024. So that edged down to 47.9. Producers drawing down their raw materials inventories at the fastest rate since October 2024, and materials costs remained elevated. And there's your expansion, contraction, separation. And that's the purchasing managers index. And then the inventories index. So the ISM prices paid index, which held at 58.5, is 6 points higher than it was at the end of 2024. One bright spot for the report was customer inventory shrank at the fastest pace, suggesting factory orders and production could firm in coming months. So they're not ordering the items right now because they're dwindling their inventory. Not exactly encouraging for the economic prospect. We'll see if that reverberates in the coming months. But yes, so part of that hitting the dollar, but you get some action, man. And dollar just continues to struggle to break away from 98. You've been down here since the middle of December, realistically. December 11th, you made it back down to about 98.13. And right now we're trading at 98.25. Jump over to the volume of the gold contract right now. Gold up by about 3%. And we got some decent volume, but you're coming into this volume we had a week ago. December 29th, a huge sell-off. We're going to come into that bar with lighter volume. Silver, even more pronounced, that sell-off. Silver did 250,000 contracts, man. Almost unheard of. Up to 82.67, and today you're getting a bounce on lighter volume. So we got volatility in metals, that's for sure, and it's across the board right now. Platinum, up $141. Okay, we're going to be talking to our man Steve Rhodes at the first break. Always talking about how it's doing in different currencies. And yeah, I mean, gold, you know, it's moving, but these metals are moving regardless. Look at platinum, up by 6.6%, and copper as well. Copper hits records. I had the article up this morning. It's the first time it hit $13,000 a ton on the London Stock Exchange, on the London Futures Exchange. That's your weekly. Let's check out a daily on copper. This is copper at $6 right now. Look at that tariff volatility. Now you're getting above this pullback. Same thing. Last Monday, everything sold off. Gold, silver, copper, platinum. You did it with volume. Copper actually above that price area, but you're not going to do it with volume today. You had almost 100,000 contracts, and you're only higher on 53,000. Jump over the XAU, up by 3.8% right now. The HUI, up by 3.8% as well. All right, we jump around to some of the equities. I mentioned Goldman. Look at this run. Goldman up by 4.3% right now. The oil stocks, I mentioned it this morning as well. How about the Friday action, right? You think somebody knew something? Look at that expansion on Friday. You finished almost at the tick high. Look at Friday. Let's just zoom in. It was just a constant grind higher. Even in the final few minutes, volume on the close, whatever you call it. Literally finished at the tick high on Friday. For Chevron, you jump over to Exxon Mobil. It was the same thing. Exxon finishes at the tick high on Friday. You accelerate higher in the overnight session. Exxon's up by 2.3. Halliburton, another equity participating, up by almost 10% today for Halliburton. And again, look at the run up on Friday. Just mammoth buying ahead of that news hitting the open markets. All right, we jump around to some of the equities. How about some of the chip stocks? Now, NVIDIA, you talk about a turnaround. This thing hit 193 and change this morning. We just almost hit 186. My goodness. I'm talking about 175 billion in market cap. S&P's up by 49. Stay tuned, folks. We're coming back with Steve Rhodes. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We got markets in the green. S&P's up by about 0.7%. How about the Dow up by 1.4%? The Russell right now up by 1.7%. To talk about some of the market action, folks, we're going to jump over to our man, Steve Rhodes. You can check out Steve's outstanding program every trading day, folks. The Trader's Edge, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Tiger TV. And Steve's daily newsletter, Mastering Probability, folks. We talk about it all the time. He's got so many great webinars, updates in the morning, updates in the afternoon, over the weekend as well. And we kick off the year with some green action. Steve Rhodes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tommy. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2026.
Happy New Year, man. It's almost like we're picking up right where we left off. Steve, markets through the roof, metals through the roof. I kid, but how was your New Year, man?
It was good. It was good. It was kind of interesting. Good. I think, Tommy, I can't recall whether it was late Friday night or late Saturday night. It happened to be up around midnight, 1 o'clock, was flipping through the channels, turned on CNN, and really in front of me. Yeah, in front of me, I'm watching an entire riot in Iran. Ooh. Right, they were coming in live. So, and I was flipping through the channels.
Wow. Okay, I thought it was Venezuela. Okay, Iran.
No.
Okay.
No, okay. So it was the day before. So I think it might have been Friday night. I turned on the TV. CNN's not normally live. Sometimes they've got different programs. They had one on Chevy Chase last night. I caught some of it. It was really pretty good. So hopefully I did tape it. But literally it was an absolute riot going on in Tehran. They were showing the screens live and everything. We really didn't hear much of it because of the Venezuela stuff, but talk about stuff going on over a weekend that's going to impact markets. And I haven't really heard anything about that other thing. And I try to, key in on other news, try to go to other countries, stuff like that. And they're literally shooting them with bullets.
Oof, man. Yeah.
It's not even, I don't know why it's not really being reported upon, but, if you're wondering what we can push, we talked about gold last week and the geopolitics of the stuff. This weekend, just literally full of, clearly geopolitics. So, one of the things.
I'm glad you brought it up just to say, because you know what? Now that you say it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I did read a little bit about that. And I think, was it the Ayatollah, right, who was even coming out saying, oh, no, you can protest, but you can't, like, trying to separate the two, right? Somehow it seems like they obviously have big problems. But, man, talk about getting lost in the shuffle when, I can't wait to see the movie no matter what. If you agree with it or you don't, folks, my goodness, that operation, Steve. I the Zero Dark 30, all those movies to be a Hollywood producer, they can't wait to get those details. Pretty amazing, of course.
Well, there's no question that the two events, the surgical, first that surgical strike on the on all the nuclear stuff, that was going on over in the, and then but how about, you talk about, it's incredible, right? And it's almost like
it is, man. It's hey, we know it's no matter, and that's I was gonna say the coolest part. Whether you agree with it or not, all gets blue, right? I can't imagine, right, Steve? Can you imagine gearing up for that operation, right? It is just like so cool. I don't know if that's the right word, but amazing. I can't fathom the operation of that magnitude and the men and women putting it together, man. Pretty remarkable for sure.
There's no doubt, and no matter which side of it you're thinking, the point that you're making, the ability of our military. I just almost got chills, Steve. Imagine it standing there ready for the here we go, man. This is it's pretty intense, man. It is. Thank God. Thank God.
What do you think about these markets, Steve?
Well, let's start with this. We've got let's start with the current seasonal pattern. So folks can take snapshots of this. It's going to be, the seasonal pattern is not going to change really throughout the year. This is the 98-year seasonal cycle for the S&P 500. Typically, we see price tops form in early January, typically around the 7th, maybe the 17th, and then a bit of a pullback, and then typically markets move higher. So that's the normal 98-year seasonal cycle for the S&P 500. This is the 98-year seasonal cycle for the S&P 500 where I just key in on January. So the cool thing about SeasonX, I can go month by month. So it makes it a little bit easier to read perhaps than just this, and it breaks it down so people get a feel. Now, and markets typically don't necessarily follow this to the day or anything like that, but we're trying to understand the potential for a cycle. Another cycle that we could be looking at, this is the 98-year midterm. So we're in midterms, right? So not only do we have all this geopolitical stuff, we got all this internal political stuff that's going on here. So we got things that will affect the market. So this is kind of an interesting pattern here, Tommy, is that this really shows, I realize we got, a nice little rally going on today, but it shows a pretty darn choppy market here. Quite frankly, this shows quite a two-way market coming into about the April timeframe, where it starts to turn kind of to a one-way market into the election time period, into that October timeframe. So another pattern for people to be aware of. We are in that seasonal cycle. This does suggest that we don't top out until the early April timeframe. This is the 98-year.
Just to go back for a second, I know you're flying, but I love, they say there's no such thing as coincidences, yes. And of course there are, right? We know. But when I looked at that chart, I said, man, that'd be a heck of a coincidence, right? Because it just makes so much sense. The markets are about hope, right? You come in a new president, there's always hope because they have the mandate, man. They got elected. There's hope. And then you get to the 2 years and it's like, wait a second, what's everybody, the expectations, to live up to anyone's expectations, right? It's just amazing on the chart. So that's pretty cool, man.
Totally.
It is.
No, and thanks for pointing that out. Thanks for visually seeing that, pointing it out, describing, because really, you described it perfectly. Right, it's about.
I love this stuff because it makes sense. It does, man. It does. It's all one big representation of are all the fear, greed, our hope, the buying, the selling, and it matters. Of course, it matters.
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, this would be a 10-year cycle. So this would be years ending in 6, which basically are 9 because I've got 98 years worth of data there. This is the 120-year cycle for the Dow. It's very similar looking to the S&P 500. Again, tops out in early April, mid-April. Early January, moves down into the end of January, maybe February timeframe before we start to move higher. You talked about last week. We took a look at gold, how it was performing in other currencies. We've got the gold. We've got the Dow at new all-time highs in terms of U.S. dollars, in terms of euro, in terms of yen, in terms of Swiss francs, Chinese yuan, and the Canadian loonie. This, folks, this is a global rally that's going on out here. Not so this is real. These are real moves. I know we can go back, we take a look at volume, some things of that sort. But this is truly bull markets out there. The Dow is making new all-time highs today, even for its equal weighted ETF. I've shared with you many times that the equal weighted stocks are really the ones that are telling us what's going on with the market. Well, when it comes to the Dow, this is just additional confirmation of the move higher. We actually have an A to B equals CD pattern inside the Dow diamonds. I don't think I've drawn that in here or anything, but folks can do that. There's volume there. If we take a look at the this is present charts of the Dow a couple of hours ago. There's no topping patterns that I've got out here. Maybe we're going to get a TD9 count top on a monthly time frame, but that means we could get a top between January and March out there. So we'd really be looking for those other intraday, a daily time frame or a weekly time frame. But there's no tops out here at this moment in time for the Dow. These are the monthly, daily, and weekly horizontal trading range charts out there. Sorry that we didn't get to everything, but folks can take snapshots of this. They can see where the next price targets are to the upside on a further rally. Tom, always great to be with you.
Great stuff as always, Steve. Folks, check it out. Mastering Probability, right on the front page of TFNN. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. You'll get all these charts right in your mailbox every morning and the afternoon as well. Steve, thanks so much, man. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tommy. Take care.
Thanks so much. Come right back, folks.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tom O'Brien Show is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow. As Steve mentioned, all-time highs, the Dow. Quite the acceleration. Always interesting segment with Steve. Pretty remarkable, even on the equal weighted, right? Dow just plowing higher. From a low of April of 36,000, get your Dow 50,000 hat ready. We're almost there. 49,313, and it was a sneaky acceleration, as in you accelerated. And we're up almost 1,500, 1,400 points from where we were on just Friday. So you're up 3% from where we were on Friday. But, yep, that's all-time highs on the Dow. S&Ps within about 20, 30 points. Where are we right now? S&P's trading at about 69.50. Come on, charts. Keep up. And, yeah, 69.94 out there. One thing to watch is how we trickled into those highs. Okay, it's particularly worrisome when you look at some of the volume numbers, and this is on a daily on the S&Ps, where, yeah, you got a nice bid December 18th, but since then, you traveled on the S&Ps from 67.75 up 225 points on vapor-thin volume. Okay, look at that run. 275 S&P points on nothing. That was on Christmas Eve. Day after Christmas. Very, very light volume numbers. When volumes started coming back in, you got a little selling. Today, first sign of strength we've had. A little volume to the upside. NASDAQ 100 right now up by 0.8%. And yeah, that operation. I mean, some of the details, and I imagine they're going to come out just over time. And so, at some point in time, that operation will be declassified decades into the future of all the details. But it seems like a large part of the security detail was killed. That's at least what Venezuela is saying. Now, I wouldn't trust them at face value. But, man, the details of how something like that takes place and it seems to have included somebody within the Venezuelan government. And it seems like it would have to on that level to go in with that type of precision. And, hey, for what it's worth, remarkable. You jump around to some of the equities reacting to that. Palantir, all the jokes out there this weekend in the memes talking about Venezuela and Maduro finding out why Palantir trades at 50 times earnings. Something to watch on Palantir is the volume as well. Look at all this volume that you were getting down here. All right? This huge, nice block of volume in here. Maybe even carry it out to here. Well, you know, you take that volume off of this, and you traded from 125 up to 207 on lighter volume. And then what'd you do? You got selling from that 207 point, and we got some selling again. So volume-wise, a little bit bearish up here at these lofty levels for Palantir. Robinhood, yeah, we got some nice strength from September 15th, right where we are right now from Robinhood. You back it down, the next area of strength, this bar from June 30th. I like this area for Robinhood. Technically, you got a floor here from September 15th of about 112.42. The high of that bar is 125. We're trading at 122 right now. And yeah, Steve brought up Iran. And man, you talk about a battle for headlines right now. But yeah, you got revolts going everywhere. Almost 20 people at least dead. Seeing headlines, 3 children. These are the types of headlines coming out of there. 3 children dead in Iran protests as security forces accused of indiscriminate targeting. 20 people killed, 1,000 arrested. So you got worsening crackdown, of course. They tend to try and shut down the internet over there when that happens. You got a 15-year-old they talked about, unfortunately, a 17-year-old, a 20-year-old brother, a third 17-year-old. Security forces had raided and attacked a hospital in the city. So, geopolitical tensions, as Steve was talking about, flaring. Now, the dollar caught a nice bid this morning. But boy, you gave it up. That's your weekly. You put it on the daily. you gave it up and then some. I mean, we're almost going to engulf the entire prior day when you made it all the way up to 98.83 on the dollar right now. Jump back to yields. Up about 6 ticks right now. Gold up by 2.9%. Decent volume on this acceleration on gold for sure. You got volume, man. You're doing over 200,000 contracts today. We're back from the holidays. You do got to watch as you got some selling here at about 42.50. Got this selling from October 17th, the 21st, the 22nd. Massive selling that you're going to have to, you get through there, and 4,000 is the next stop. And you're coming right into this bar right now. This is encouraging, the volume. So the last thing you wanted was for this to be a very light volume bounce yet again. And that's not what's happening today. You're getting higher trading with a little volume behind it. Platinum up by 5.8 and copper right now up by 5.1. All right, we'll jump around to some of the other equities. The Amazon catches a bid today. So Amazon's up by 2.7% right now. Apple. Yeah, I've been talking about Apple. I love Apple, but just a little bit on the overvalued side at the top of its channel. Look at this, folks. Put it on a 5-year weekly. Zoom in on the recent action. I mean, what's tough here is the last sign of strength from this acceleration in August. You're talking about 200. Totally. That would shake a lot of heads, man, if Apple trades back to $200. And all that would be is just bouncing around. Look how many times you've done it. Since 2022, you bounce up and down, up and down, up. You can see it on a daily. So that was options expiration, September 19th. A lot of equities had tremendous volume back then. That's at a price of $240. You do got this nice sign of strength out here from, options expiration, December 19th. But you're already below this number. Below there is 269. You're at 267. Just looking for a little bit of a better risk reward on Apple shares, down by 1.3%. All right, folks, stay tuned. S&P's up by 47. We're coming right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors. For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. S&P's just chopping around right where we kicked off the program, basically. We go back to a 15-minute chart. You're trading at 69.46, and we've been kind of chopping around right here since about 10 a.m. this morning. You accelerate higher on the open, and we're just chopping around near 69.50. Dow, all-time highs, up by 665 points. NASDAQ, up by about 0.8%, and the Russell leading the way, actually, up by 1.6% right now. Bitcoin catches a bid, up by $4,500, up 5%. You jump around to the crypto sector, MicroStrategy, up by 4.3%. Check it out, though. You actually have MicroStrategy underperforming Bitcoin even when you get a bounce, right? Bitcoin is up 5%. MicroStrategy is up only 4.3%. That's not the way it used to go. You jump over to an equity like Coinbase, you're up 8% today. Okay, Coinbase was at $225 last week. You're at $255 right now. You're up $19 today for Coinbase as cryptos trade higher. Ethereum is up by about 4%, up $120 at $32.59. All right, let's check out some of those Dow stocks. So Goldman, the bank stocks are trading higher. And look at this thing, man. You go back to the lows of October 2023, 289. Accelerate higher, you pull back, you catch that bid in April. And just like that, we're approaching the 1 to 1.618 expansion, would be at about 1,064. And Goldman's got some good strength. I mean, look at the way you ramped up through December 15th. That's a nice week of trading for the New Year's week when you only had 4 trading days. And today's a big day. Look at this. You know, you're not getting above the options expiration, but keep in mind that's options expiration, okay? Those are phenomenal days always. You back it up. Like I mentioned, there's options expiration September 19th. There's options expiration. They're huge days, okay? It's real volume, but they're still kind of anomalies in their own right. This is a big acceleration for Goldman, man. You were at, my goodness. I had to double check my math there. You were at $880 on Friday, and you're at $950 today. Wow. Morgan Stanley up by about 3% right now. JP Morgan up by 2.8%. Bank of America up by 1.6%. Citi up by 4%. Rounded out Wells Fargo up by 1.4%. All right, Mickey D's. So if you're looking for some Mickey D's, I'm liking this price level a lot more than the upper side. You know, we talk about Apple with the channels. Well, Mickey D's, man, doesn't get much better than McDonald's. You're talking about a channel line takes you all the way back to 2015. Okay, watch this. You lower this a little bit, make it a little bit clearer. And look where we are. That doesn't mean you can't get way out of that channel. Okay, COVID blew it apart when you're down to 125. You were back within a month. You got slightly below that price level as well in the pullback in 2024. Let's take a look at the volume now. Yeah, you had some selling last month. Let's take a look at the weekly. All right, look at the pullback. That's nice. That's how you like to see a trade. Boy, McDonald's getting close, man. All right, the last 2 weeks you traded from 318 down to 300, so you trade down almost $20 on no volume whatsoever during the holidays. And again, that's options expiration. Okay, that's some selling, but that's options expiration as well. So put that one on your radar. And if you're trading equities like this, okay, and you're drawing a line in the sand, right? If you're trading this equity, you're looking at this channel line, you're saying, man, this is a nice area. Don't give yourself a lot, okay? Pick a stop, because if you hit it, you're wrong. You can get back in. Now, where is it? You know, it's an art, not a science, okay? How much room you want to give it on the downside? How much volatility you think we have in this market going on right now? But don't give it a lot. There's no reason to, and we're going to have plenty of opportunities in this market. Another great equity on a channel is TJX. Now, actually getting a little bit overbought, though. Nice sign of strength. November 17th on their earnings. Look at this. That's how you break above the channel. You come back, you test it on lighter volume. Boy, this might be breaking out to the upside, TJX. Down by 0.3% today. $170 billion company. Whew. Marmax, Home Goods, TJX, and TJX International. All right, look at Macy's looking strong. Get some nice strength on their earnings in December 1st. Accelerate up to $22.85. That's right where we are right now. All right, Target. Yeah, look at how you sell off with volume on their earnings. Sell off the earnings prior. Look at this thing. Oof. On a monthly basis, look at all this selling. September, you go down to $86 with volume. And we're back up to 101 on a monthly. The last 3 months weren't doing it. Look at all that selling. I mean, compare that to what Walmart volume looks like. Look at this acceleration. July, August, September, October, November, and you bang it out with December, one of the highest volumes months of the year outside of March and April. Whew. Walmart continues to look strong. A little bit with Amazon as well. When you look at the weekly volume, yeah, we got a little selling. There's a couple weeks that stick out on a weekly. Take a look at the daily. Excuse me. All right. And if you're in Amazon and you're a short-term trader, you really want to see this area hold right here. You back it up to their earnings. 222.75. You were as low as 224.70 on Friday, and you had some volume on the selling on Friday. You're bouncing on lighter volume today. Just even the last couple days, that was a sell-off on Amazon with volume on Friday. You're going to see you want to see a little bit more volume to the upside. Microsoft flat right now. Jump over to Meta, up by 1.4%. These memory stocks were out rocking today, and they just gave it up, man. Micron down by 1%. We're at 328 pre-market. We're at 312. Look at that drop in Broadcom. My goodness, $20 on the open in a heartbeat. Got a repricing immediately in some of these equities. AMD shares. Yeah. down 0.9% from 234. Even we opened at 230 to 221. All right, folks, one more segment. Markets in the green. We'll come back. Stay tuned.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. And as things proceed in Venezuela, so the National Assembly inaugurates Delcy Rodriguez as acting president. And the biggest public endorsement came from Nicolas Maduro's own son that would unconditionally support her. And the first public backing of Rodriguez, who Trump said would work with Washington to make Venezuela great again. So she initially described it as barbaric. Then she was more conciliatory. I mean, just playing out in real time. So her brother was reinstated as head of the assembly for a 6th consecutive annual term. He said she would be sworn in later today after he was reinstated as head of the assembly for that 6th consecutive term. Pretty amazing, regardless. Jump back to metals. Gold up $122. Let's take a look at the VIX. 14.97 right now. We keep our eye on yields and the dollar today. 10-year up by about 7 ticks, 8 ticks right now. Yeah, 4.16 in the 10-year. And that could be one of the stories of the day, folks, because, boy, that is a rip-roaring sell-off. You were approaching 99, and just like that, we're pushing 98 again. We're at 98.29 after drifting higher during the holidays. And you got a little bit of dollar weakness, off by 13 pennies. As gold catches a bid. And, yeah, how about the Dow? 50,000. Get that Dow 50,000 hat. Hey, you move like this, we're one day away. We're up 600 points today, and we're only about 750 points away. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. Spend your time at TFNN. Couldn't appreciate it more. Have a great night out there. Have a safe night, folks. Enjoy it with your friends, your family, whatever you do. Be safe out there, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the morning market kickoff. Have a great one, folks. Thanks so much.